different opinions in family members. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, welcome, dear devotees, for our morning Srimad Bhagavatam session. We are reading from Canto 1, chapter number 7. We have read up to verse text number 48. We are going to start from 49 and hopefully we'll complete this chapter 7 today. Very interesting section, very interesting pastime, Leela from Mahabharata. We are at this situation in the context of Srimad Bhagavatam where Aswathama needs to be punished. Arjuna captures him and brings in front of Draupadi. Krishna tells to kill him immediately. Draupadi says, no, 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 please forgive him, show compassion. Bhima, very angry. Arjuna made a vow in front of Draupadi that I will bring the head of the killer of the 5 sons of her. So, different opinions within the family members, very critical situation, and a decision has to be made. Does it happen in our life as well? Different family members' opinions. One person wants to do something else, and husband wants something else. Wife wants to do in a different way, and there is a critical situation. होता है क्या ऐसा? Yes. At least in my house. My house, it happens a lot. Not this way, that way, not that way. But we will see in this section, how Krishna helps to solve the situation and everyone is satisfied, even though difference of opinions within family members, and the action has to be taken and what Krishna says. Any couple of learning points from yesterday before we begin?
We learned 5 types of rasas, Prabhu, the Sankhya, Sakhya, Dasya, Madhurya, and Vatsalya.
5 different relationships. They are the 5 main ones. There are many other guna. These are the mukhya, 5 main types of rasas. Yeah, anyone else?
Prabhu, we will be put to the test, but we have to surrender to Krishna. And when we surrender to Krishna, we will pass. So we remember to surrender to Krishna.
Thank you so much. Taste will come in our life for sure. And you know what, dear devotees, the more we progress, the higher we advance in bhakti, the taste becomes more harder and harder. So our surrender should increase. Even in school, the preppies, the exam is so simple. Maybe ABCD, grade 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 2. आगे जाएंगे grade 5, grade 7, but we see very hard, and that's why people are in stress and anxiety, the students many times we see. So the more we advance in bhakti, the test, the exams also become hard. Why? Because Maya wants us to test that are we completely surrendering to Krishna or not. So we have to learn from this that test will come, examination will come, that should lead our surrender increased towards Krishna. Very important. Surrender to the Lord should increase in the moment of test. All right, one last one.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, if we are real devotees and we have a Krishnaji in our mind, we should be always compassionate and kind to the others, even though we have troubles.
Yes, compassion is a quality of a devotee, and we see here, from Draupadi, compassionate in the heart. Devotees are very kind. Devotees always have compassion for others. And compassion, we will see here also that what are the different forms of compassion and what is the highest form of compassion. We will see in today's section as well. All right. Very interesting pastime. I hope you are all loving it. The storyline is very nice, what's happening, and the learning points are so amazing in the practical application as well. All right, let's begin. Start from the first one from my screen is Anumataji, text number 49.
Hare Krishna, everyone. This man is an assassin and murderer of your own family members. Not only that, but he has also dissatisfied his master. He is put the burnt remnant of his family. Kill him immediately.
Is it 49? That's
प्रभु ये
what
कहाँ से ये ओके हरे कृष्ण हाँ जी
And 49 says Sutta
प्रभु
Goswami.
yes Mataji it is on 354 page.
No, is it 49? 39?
49.
49.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. 49. Sutta Goswami said, O Brahmanas, King of Yudhishthira fully supported the statements of the queen, which were in accordance with the principle of religion and were justified, glorious, full of mercy and equity, and without duplicity.
So previously, in previous few verses, actually from 43 to 48, all the verses Draupadi was giving explanation that why Ashwatthama should be, because he was Brahmana, because he was, because of the Draupadi did not want the mother to go to the grief, because Arjuna has learned the art of military from Ashwatthama's father Dronacharya. She gave many reasons. After all, he is a Brahmana, son of a Brahmana, he must be respected. If a royal kingly order punishes or kills a Brahmana, the whole family dynasty gets destroyed. So Draupadi gives many explanations why Ashwatthama should be forgiven. Do not kill him. And here, what happens? So the situation is, imagine in the palace, Draupadi is very sad, grief stricken because of the sons are killed. Bhima is very angry. Krishna is also present. Arjuna has made a vow to bring the head in front of Draupadi, is captured. And in that situation, what happens? Yudhishthir Maharaj. Here comes the Yudhishthir Maharaj also. Yudhishthir Maharaj fully supported the statements of Draupadi. He supported which were in accordance in the principles of religion. Because Yudhishthir Maharaj is
Dharma.
Dharmaraj. He knows the Dharma. And according to the Dharma, religious principles, what action should be taken? Yudhishthir Maharaj supports Draupadi's statements that yes, he should be forgiven. We should show compassion. And that is not his opinion. युधिष्ठिर महाराज का ओपिनियन नहीं है, that is in accordance with the principles of religion. So it is mentioned in the translation, if you see, it is in accordance with the principles of religion and they were justified. So Yudhishthir Maharaj is saying here that what Draupadi is saying, it is also in accordance with the principles. It's not like Draupadi's own opinion. It's not Yudhishthir Maharaj's opinion, but वो शास्त्रों में लिखा गया है. Srila Prabhupada explains in this word, in this purport, that the reason Yudhishthir Maharaj supported Draupadi's statement is he's showing the attitude of gratitude, gratefulness. Arjuna learned the military science from Dronacharya. Arjuna and the whole family, they are indebted to Dronacharya's skills. Dronacharya, as a teacher, as a guru, as a teacher of military, he has given the art of fighting to Arjuna. So the whole family is indebted. They must be grateful to Dronacharya as a teacher, and they must be grateful to the wife of Dronacharya. Because Prabhupada writes, is a half body. Wife is a half body, like Ardhangini. हम बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में Ardhangini. Like because if the son is punished, the wife will, husband is not there, the wife will be uh, grief stricken. So Yudhishthir Maharaj is saying, because of the gratefulness, because Arjuna has learned the military science from Dronacharya, Arjuna and the whole family are indebted to Dronacharya. So as a sense of gratefulness, the Aswathama should not be killed. So from this purport or from this particular text, learning point for all of us is the attitude of gratitude. Our heart should be filled with gratefulness We should be grateful to people who have helped us, people who have supported us. We should not just take, and forget, but we should have gratefulness in this heart. It is the attitude of gratitude. It is the attitude of gratitude that decides the altitude of a devotee. Altitude, वो devotee कितना advance है, कितना higher है. The attitude of gratitude decides the altitude of a devotee. So that's why gratefulness is very important in our own life as well. Our parents, our teachers, senior devotees, our guides, our family members, so many of uh, our relatives, our friends, our teachers have done so many things to help us. So we should always have gratefulness in the heart for all of them. It is said, the one who is not grateful is a great fool. FWL. The one who is not grateful is a great fool. But if the heart is full with gratefulness, you will see automatically, you will feel so happy. You will feel blossoming in the heart that, oh, इसने मेरे लिए अच्छा किया, इसने मेरे लिए ये किया था, so nice. This person, if you meet a person cooks something, and it doesn't have to be, for example, if a non-devotee, some work colleague or something, he brings us as a gift, Christmas gift में कुछ दे दिया, Chris Kingle होता है, या sometimes he may give gifts to something, and that gift is completely, just imagine, for a devotee, for initiated devotees, all of us, a work colleague gives us a bottle of wine on a Christmas. And we think, what kind of a person he is. He know I am a spiritual person, I don't drink, you know and this is completely useless. वो बुद्धू है, उसको पता भी नहीं चलता, वो उसको मेरे लिए सोचना चाहिए था, मेरे लिए क्या ठीक है. And then we start complaining, or we start judging that how he has given a bottle of wine to us. But the same situation, if our heart is filled with gratefulness, अरे उसने मेरे बारे में सोचा, at least he thought about me. The act of giving, he wanted to give me something. Of course, the gift itself is not good, but he thought about us. He took an effort to get something for us. He gave something to us. The act of giving, we can have gratefulness for them. So complete same situation, but if the heart is grateful, so amazing. You just feel so connected, so happy. Generally, what happens? The mind is in a complaining mode. How can this happen? How did this happen? Why can't he do this? Why he has done that? But if the same situation can be transferred into the act of gratefulness, automatically we feel happy. It will be so blissful in experience in the life. So we have to learn from this verse. Yudhishthir Maharaj is telling, in accordance with the scriptures, we are all grateful to Dronacharya. So as an act of gratitude, we should forgive him and not kill him. So Yudhishthir Maharaj is supporting. Even I went to India a couple of months back. My parents opened the Aruna Mataji, and some of us came. We had a temple inauguration, big temple in Gujarat my parents made. And guess what, dear devotees? 21 years back, I was not a born devotee. I was complete nonsense. But 21 years back in 2005, 2004, one person, one devotee on Swanston Street, when I was walking, he said, are you from India? I came newly from India. And he said, are you from India? There is a temple here. And there is a Krishna temple, and you can come take darshan, free prasad hota hai. And I said, oh, thank you so much for telling me. I will go tomorrow. And that's how, I got introduced to the temple. But when, after 21 years, this temple opened, very massive, big temple, 5,000 people, I made sure that that person is coming, and the first Mangala Arti, the first Arti of the deities, I made sure that person did. I invited him and I said, this act of gratefulness, gratitude, that you have shown me the path. And this is my क्या बोलते हैं वो guru dakshina. So you have showed me the path, you are my guru, and this is my humble offering, my dakshina, this whole temple. You look at this, 5,000 devotees are here, and please you come and do the arti. So until now, even today, whenever I do something, I just say thank you for showing me the path to temples, thank you for giving me the association of it, even after 21 years. And same with our parents. So try it out, dear devotees. Today I can give you homework. Try it out with our work, colleagues, family members, husband, wife, everywhere, parents. Have the heart filled with gratefulness, and you see how happy you feel automatically. Just, उन्होंने मेरे लिए इतना किया था. If I cook something, oh, thank you, my dear wife. You make lunch, breakfast for me every day while I'm going. अगर husband बनाता है तो उसको भी बोल सकते हो. Not necessarily wife. But when you uh, fill our heart with gratefulness. शर्म कैसी, किसी को थैंक यू बोलने में शर्म कैसी? थैंक यू सो मच, यू आर अमेजिंग. इवन अभी Madhava's rock band concert we did on Sunday, most of you were there, and I went to the timber yard managers, all the Aussie people, and I said, you guys are amazing, you did your job amazing, fantastic, thank you so much, I love you guys, you have done your amazing, you have given us 10 बार थैंक यू, ग्रेटफुलनेस. शर्म कैसी, इतना मजा है, उनको भी अच्छा लगता है, हमें भी अच्छा लगेगा. वी आर ग्लोरीफाइंग समवन, वी आर किसी के घर पे प्रसादम के लिए. मेक श्योर वी शो अवर ग्रेट. थैंक यू सो मच माता जी, बहुत टाइम लगा होगा, आपने बहुत अच्छा प्रसादम बना है. से थैंक यू, से ग्लोरीफाई. कि कोई कीर्तन कर रहा है, प्रभु जी बच्चा कीर्तन कर रहा है, वेरी नाइस कीर्तन, अमेजिंग, वेरी वी लव्ड इट. कोई कुछ भी कहीं भी कोई गार्लैंड बना रहा है, वेरी नाइस गार्लैंड, वेरी ब्यूटीफुल डेकोरेशन, वेरी ब्यूटीफुल अरेंजमेंट. जस्ट ग्लोरीफाई, जस्ट शो आवर ग्रेटफुलनेस, ग्रेटिट्यूड. उससे क्या होगा, हमें भी इतना अच्छा लगेगा व्हेन वी आर ग्लोरीफाइंग, एंड उनको भी उतना अच्छा लगेगा. एंड ऑन मोस्ट ऑफ दैट, कृष्णा इज प्लीज्ड because his all children are happily together glorifying. Forget about complaining nature on one side. Second reason Yudhishthir Maharaj is mentioning here that Ashwatthama should be released or forgiven is compassion. Compassion is not weakness of the heart, is the strength of the devotees. जो पूजा माता जी ने अभी बोला था, compassion is not the weakness, it's the strength. Draupadi is saying out of compassion, and Yudhishthir Maharaj is supporting. Yudhishthir Maharaj says Draupadi is saying to forgive from her own experience because she has seen the grief. She doesn't want the mother of Ashwathama to go through the same grief. So Draupadi has no duplicity, no hidden motive. She just wants to show the compassion to him. So compassion is very important. People in general think of compassion in different ways. In food, भूखे को खाना दे दो, नंगे को कपड़ा दे दो. People show compassion with food, clothes, shelter. इसके लिए ये help करो, इसके लिए help करो. That is good. Absolutely no doubt about it. Wherever people need help, this is required. But Prabhupada mentions the highest, topmost form of compassion is when we help the soul reach to Krishna. We are all lost, we are suffering in this world. The highest, if a rich man's son is lost in on the street somewhere, वो कहीं खो गया है, उसको हम खाना दे सकते हैं, कपड़ा दे सकते हैं, गाड़ी दे सकते हैं, घर दे सकते हैं, दवाई दे सकते हैं. If a rich man's son is lost somewhere on the street in a different city, मेले में खो गया है, we can give him so many things. But the highest, topmost is to connect that lost child to the rich father. In the same way, the highest form of compassion is when we connect someone to Krishna by inviting them to our Bhagavatam class, by inviting them to temple for darshan, Janmashtami celebration. Next month, Diwali is coming. Think of your friend circles. Who can you invite just for darshan? If he comes and takes darshan, associates with devotees, have some prasadam, Krishna is pleased, and that is the highest form of compassion. So that is what we learn from this particular verse, that how Yudhishthir Maharaj tells in accordance with the principles two things. One is gratefulness, second is compassionate. Let's move forward. Monica Mataji, text 50.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Text 50. Nakula and Sahdeva, the younger brother of the king, and also Satyaki, Arjuna, the personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, and son of Devaki, and the ladies and others all unanimously agreed with the king.
Excellent. So Yudhishthir Maharaj said, yes, he must be forgiven. And after that is in accordance with the scriptures. वो शास्त्रों के अनुसार है. It is according to the guidelines. So what happened? Nakul, Sahadev, Arjuna, Satyaki, Krishna, everyone assembled there. They all agreed. Yes, he should not be punished. So that is what comes here. Now in text 51, everyone agrees. Like in always there is a but. Always, ये तो सब ठीक है, लेकिन एक और but is always there. Let's see what happens. Aruna Mataji, 51.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Bhima, however, disagreed with them and recommended killing this culprit, who, in an angry mood, had murdered sleeping children for no purpose and for neither his nor his master's interest. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Bhima did not agree. सब कुछ एग्री हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया, अभी लगता है कि चलो अभी तो बात हो गई, लेकिन क्या हुआ? Bhima did not agree. He disagreed with this arrangement. He said no. He has killed the sleeping children. He should not be forgiven. He should be punished. Bhima was very ferocious, full. So he can't tolerate. He said नहीं, punishment तो मिलना ही चाहिए इसको. Bhimsen did not agree. क्या होता है आगे? राधिका माता जी देखो 52.
Krishna Prabhuji. Chaturbhuja, the four-armed one, or the personality of Godhead, after hearing the words of Bhima, Draupadi, and others, saw the face of his dear friend Arjuna, and he began to speak as if smiling.
He began to speak as if smiling. द्रौपदी रो रही है, अर्जुना कंफ्यूज्ड है, भीमसेन गुस्से में है, सब कुछ हो रहा है. And what is Krishna doing? Smiling. What did Krishna do to solve this situation? He appears in a four-handed form. अभी तक Krishna, he is as a family member. With the Pandavas, he deals with them as a family member with the two-handed form. But when the family situation became confusing, they were not able to come to the conclusion. Abhi kya karna chahiye? At that time, Krishna shows the four-handed form, Narayan Rupa, just to establish his superiority, that he is not uh, agreeing as a family member, but his desire is the supreme will. He is Narayana, four-handed form. Whenever there is a requirement, depending on the situation, Krishna takes different forms. Even few days back, this is 18th day of the war. Like in 18 days, 17 days back, Krishna showed Virat Rupa to Arjuna. In the Bhagavad Gita, we see how the universal form is described. Thousand-handed forms. The Virat Rupa is described. So 17 दिन पहले जब जरूरत था, depending on the situation, Krishna showed his Virat Rupa. अभी जरूरत था, Krishna showed his four-handed Chaturbhuja. So to establish his divine will as a Narayan, and then he is smiling, and then he will speak. So in our life also, practically we see sometimes a manager is talking nicely at workplace to the colleagues. वो लोग मस्ती करते होंगे, बातें करते होंगे, लेकिन जब कुछ काम करना है, तो he will put his manager's hat and he said, now I am not your friend. Now a manager is telling you to do this. होता है ना workplace पे, we can do as a joke or something, but when there is a requirement, he will give an instruction. Even teenagers, 16, 17, 18-year-old, the parent, mother and daughter, father and son, they might be doing masti, they might be having fun, joking. But whenever the lesson has to be given, they come as a position of a parent and they instruct. नहीं ये ठीक नहीं है, ये सही है. और बाकी के time पे, they may have a friendship relationship. They can have play together, joke together, fun together. So we see how the situation changes when a person changes the hat. And here we see that Krishna as a family member, but he showed his Chaturbhuja form so that to solve this situation. And he was smiling. Krishna came as a guide at this particular situation. In our life, when confusing situation happens, practical application, learning point for us. In our life also, when a confusing situation happens, we don't know how decision is to be made. Krishna may not be present in front of us in a two-handed form or a four-handed form. So what do we do? Where do we go for a solution? How do we find a solution to our confusing situation and problem? We can go to devotees. How here the whole Pandavas families, they took shelter of Krishna. We can take shelter of devotees of Krishna. We can go and get guidance from them. Confusing situation will surely come. That's why it's very important, dear devotees, to have some couple of devotees within Krishna consciousness life as well, where we can share our heart. very important to have open hearted discussions. We can reveal dadati pratigrahanati guhyam achyati prachyati bhungte bhojayate chaiva shadvidhi priti lakshanam. Priti lakshanam means that is the sign, lakshana priti, that is the sign of love, loving relationships. Dadati pratigrahanati guhyam achyati, dadati pratigrahanati, giving gifts, accepting gifts. If someone is giving, accept it. Guhyam, the secrets in our heart we can reveal to others. Achyati prachyati, asking questions. मेरे ऐसा अनुभव हो रहा है, आप में क्या हो रहा है? Are you enjoying bhakti? I have this confusion, मुझे ये doubt आ रहा है. Feel free to share, not with everyone, we can't do this, but very important to have one, two, three couple of devotees within the life or within the devotee circle where we can openly discuss, reveal our heart and get guidance. It is very important. Bhungate bhojayate chaiva. And we can invite them for prasadam and we can go for prasadam to their house. So there are 6 symptoms. Dadati pratigranati, giving gifts, accepting gifts. Guhyam achati prachati, asking questions and hearing the heart from them. And bhungate bhojayate chaiva, going for prasadam and inviting prasadam. They are the 6 loving relationships. It is mentioned in the scriptures. And by doing that, even though Krishna may not be present in front of us to guide, just in this situation, Krishna was there with Pandavas, but devotees of Krishna will be there with us who can help us. All right, let's move to text 53 and 54. Monica Mataji, can you read? वो अभी आपने ही read किया क्या? नहीं.
Yes, Prabhu, I read text
Oh,
50.
you already read. Already read. Okay, okay. Let's move to your divine husband, Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, everyone. The personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna said, a friend of a Brahmana is not to be killed, but if he is an aggressor, he must be killed. All these rulings are in the scriptures, and you should act accordingly. You have to fulfill your promise to your wife, and you must also act to the satisfaction of Bhimsen and me.
So Krishna is saying here, he must be killed, he must be punished because of the act he did, and you have to fulfill the promise of Draupadi, but you have to satisfy Draupadi as well. She is telling to forgive, and you have to satisfy Bhimsen as well, who is telling to kill him. So both the sides you have to satisfy, Krishna is saying. So what will happen next, Neha Mataji? 55.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Suta Goswami said, just then Arjuna could understand the motive of the Lord by his equivocal orders, and thus with his sword he severed both hair and jewel from the head of Ashwadama.
So Arjuna understood. Krishna is saying satisfy both. भगवान ने तो बोल दिया कि satisfy Bhimsena and satisfy Draupadi. So Arjuna, see, the instructions were contradictory. Contradictory orders of different person, Bhimsena and Draupadi, and to our mind it feels impossible. दोनों का exactly opposite opinion है. How can we satisfy both? It is impossible to carry out because the opinions are completely contradictory. But Arjuna used his sharp intelligence. कि चलो कृष्णा का instructions है, let me think, and he used his sharp intelligence. And what did he do? He cut down his hair and took out the jewel from the head of Ashwatthama. It is said in the scriptures that the Brahmana must be punished, and Brahmana must not be shown compassion if he has done like this heinous act. But killing is not an option. There is another way around it. To insult or dishonor a Brahmana is as good as death. That means he has killed him because he's a king, taking the hair out, taking the jewel out from his forehead, which is the sign of a glory, is as good as death. Even for a respectable person, to insult or dishonor is as good as death. To cut the jewel, cut the hair, take out was equal to death. What do we learn from this verse? Is things may seem contradictory. हमें कई बार लगता है कि this situation, oh, so impossible. This person is saying this, that person is saying that, completely opposite. But when we use our intelligence, when we take guidance from Shastra, Like here we see Yudhishthir Maharaj says, in accordance with the scriptures. So when we take guidance from the scriptures and when we take guidance from the devotees, impossible things may also become possible. We may find a solution. Many different practical application and learning points from this as well, that sometimes, see, as a devotee at the time of initiation we take a vow that we will eat only prasadam. Like in when we are traveling, we go to different places. What to do? We are not cooking and offering to Lord Krishna in front of the deities and having prasadam. So in a different situation. So completely opposite. On one side, we have taken a vow that we will eat only prasadam, and on other side, we have to travel around to our relatives' house or go on a holiday and things like that. What to do? So the middle, the way has been given using our sharp intelligences. Whatever comes onto our plate, we in our mind we can offer to Krishna. We can say Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu three times, or the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and offer it to Krishna, and then that whatever it's on our plate becomes prasadam, and then we can eat. So somewhere in between we have to find, not either this way or that way, but somewhere in between we have to find our way. Let's go, Sneha Mataji, text number 56.
I just read. You want me to read the next one as well, Prabhu?
Sneha Mataji read.
Yes, Prabhu.
When did you read? I don't even. Okay. Hi. Maybe Krishna wants you to read again.
Yes, sure, Prabhuji. He, Ashwatthama, had already lost his bodily luster due to infanticide, and now, moreover, having lost the jewel from his head, he lost even more strength. Thus he was unbound and driven out of the camp.
Hmm. So here we see his bodily luster was gone, and he has lost the jewel he's laid, and he has lost his strength also. He was simultaneously killed as well as not killed. He Bhimsen is satisfied he was almost like equally killed. Draupadi is satisfied that he was not killed. So learning point from this one is difficult situations require higher guidance. Here we see how Arjuna took guidance. We can see many times before beginning the war, Arjuna was not sure to fight or not to fight. And Arjuna took guidance from Krishna, and that's how Bhagavad Gita was spoken. Even couple of chapters before, Vyasdeva was confused. He was not sure that why he is not satisfied, even though he compiled so many things. What did he do? He got guidance from Narad Muni and asked him why I am not satisfied. So many places we will see when a person is confused, he gets higher guidance. Text number 57, Pankaj Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Text number 57. Cutting the hair from his head, depriving him of his wealth, and driving him from his residence are the prescribed punishments for the relative of a Brahman. There is no injunction for killing the body.
So in the scriptures, it was saying that if you take the hair out from his head, deprive from his wealth, drive out from the residence, these are the punishments from a Brahmana. In the scriptures, it is not given as a killing the Brahmana, killing the body, and which was done. Arjuna did according to the religious principles, according what it was mentioned as a punishment from the Brahmana, suggested by as a Dharmaraj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, and satisfied Draupadi as well. Nakula, Sahadeva, Krishna, Satyaki, everyone was also agreeing, and Bhimsena also satisfied. Yes, proper punishment is given now. So everyone in the family happy now. And number 58, Satish Prabhu.
Sure. Hare Krishna, everyone. Text 58. Thereafter, the sons of Pandu and Draupadi, overwhelmed with grief, performed the proper rituals for the dead bodies of their relatives. Hare Krishna.
So after the Ashwatthama saga the finished, whatever punishment was given, and then remember the vow was taken. We will not do the ritual ceremony until he is punished. So the sons of Pandu and Draupadi, they were still struck with grief, and they performed the proper rituals. So we see from this text 58 that they performed the rituals. We may, dear devotees, we may have some rituals of our family जो parents से चला आता है, अपना family traditions है, whatever it is, we should continue perform. performing that. Sometimes devotees come to Krishna consciousness, they start chanting Hare Krishna, and they disregard the family traditions, the religious ceremonies, and they become fanatic. अभी तो बस हरे कृष्णा मंत्र, कली युग में हरि नाम करना है, बाकी सब नहीं चलता है. We don't have to be fanatic. We don't have to be like a crazy creating terror. Whatever is required, जो फैमिली का ट्रेडिशंस है, रिलीजियस प्रिंसिपल्स है, ट्रेडिशंस है, रिचुअल्स है, वो सब फॉलो करना है, as long as it's not breaking our rule, our sadhana. We can include that. For example, housewarming ceremony. A person can do a housewarming party, invite friends, and what we do, instead of having a food from the hotel, we can serve prasadam. Instead of having a music and a dance, we can have kirtan. But still, the housewarming ceremony ritual can be done in the wedding, in the birthday, everything, all the rituals, Diwali puja, whatever it is. We can include Krishna, we can include the Hare Krishna mantra, and do it in a devotional way. No need to stop unless and until it breaks the regulation. अगर कोई ऐसा ritual है कि जहाँ पे meat खाना है, then of course that has to be stopped. But as long as it's a proper religious rituals of a family tradition must be performed. Very, very easy. All right. Tomorrow we will begin chapter number 8, prayers by Queen Kunti and Parikshit Maharaj, how he was saved. Aruna Mataji, you raised a hand once and then lowered down.
Prabhu, it's a bit of a controversial question. I'll ask you offline.
Uh-huh.
I'll ask you offline.
Puch lo, I might
Maybe I'm
record
sure
and
you'll
share
be
in
able
the
to
group.
answer. Prabhu, the question is basically, like we are doing Bhakti Shastri as well. So it's been told that, ladies did not go to the Gurukul and they did not learn those kind of
Hmm.
things. They were at home
Yeah.
and doing household chores and all those things. But I can
Yeah.
see many times, like, many instances, Maharani Kunti, Maharani
Hmm.
Draupadi, Maharani
Yeah.
Sita, they all
Yeah.
had wonderful Vedic knowledge. Like, they could
Yeah.
counteract or they could question their husbands or,
Yeah.
other people as well when it comes
Yeah.
to religion and religious principles and everything. So, and of course, in Shastras as well, it is says Shudra and, girls are considered lower as well, which of
Yeah.
course I just do not agree.
Hmm.
Whatever you
Hmm.
say, I don't agree with that. So that's my question. So, like when they are showing that kind of an intelligence, when they can counteract, like, no, because of Draupadi,
Yeah.
Yudhishthira agreed as well. Otherwise, everybody
Yes.
else, like, no, she
Yeah.
showed more intelligence than Nakul, Sahadeva, Bhima, and
Yeah.
it was in accordance with Shastra. So how do you, like, then you understand?
60 seconds left. I can tell you, women in Vedic civilization or even in today's civilization, they are more glorious than men. And that's why in whole Vedic civilization, it is said women must be protected. They are like diamonds. If you have a diamond in the house, we protect them. But if there is a glass, we don't protect them. That's why the men were allowed to go out because they are like a glass. But women are like a diamonds. They have to be protected. And that's why we say Radha Krishna. Radha comes first. Sita Ram. Sita comes first. Yashoda Bhaiya. Glorious. All the glorious personalities. And why they are glorious, how they are glorious, and why these scriptures